What's poppin', people? It's Dante going for my morning walk here. I'm behind the Philadelphia Museum of Art. You can check out, there's the pavilion back there and the river's back there. Yeah, and I like to walk around the museum here. Beautiful morning. The sky is filled with interesting clouds and colors. You know, the light and the way that it shapes and gives form to surfaces, buildings, places, faces. I mean, it never ceases to amaze me, right? When I look out towards the skyline here and see the way the light shimmers off of the Comcast towers, it intrigues me each morning. You know, where when the light starts to peer over the horizon and I look outside, I'm always surprised because there's always a new day and there's always a new way that you can make a photograph despite walking the same lane, despite this seemingly mundane place that you may be. And I truly believe it comes down to the way that you see, right? The way that you perceive this world, you know, determines the way in which you live your life and the way in which you make photographs. You know, where the photograph, for me, you know, I believe a photograph is merely a byproduct of your curiosity. A photograph is a byproduct of your courage. A photograph is a byproduct of the photographer positioning themselves on the front lines of life, close to life itself. You know, I find that being close to life, while it may require this proximity physically, it's also an emotional connection to this world, to life, to people, things, and places, you know, where your lust for life is on display in a photograph. And while I walk past this Philadelphia Museum of Art, I'm reminded of the many tourists that visit this city, you know, where we have lots of tourists that come here and enjoy this museum. They enjoy the steps and the sort of history of the movie Rocky, or the history of Philadelphia, you know, coming to the city to view City Hall and Independence Hall, and, you know, celebrating this sort of birthplace of democracy here in the country. You know, there's something about this particular city and its history, you know, where we have a rich tapestry of beautiful buildings and architecture and sculptures and things to gaze at and look at and really champion here. And you know, there's certainly a reason why many tourists visit this city, and I make sure that I adopt this mindset in the morning similar to that of a tourist, where a tourist is always eager to get out before the sunrise. A tourist is always eager to head out there and explore. And so by remaining a tourist in your hometown with this abundant mindset, yeah, I believe that we can achieve anything with our photography. And you kind of just got to use what you got with the time that you spend outside. For me, the ultimate privilege in this modern world is time spent outside. It's time spent in open spaces, in the great outdoors. You know, for me, this is what privilege looks like. It's being outside. It's exploring. Wow. It's good to see your dedication to the sunrise, man.
Got one more day.
Dude, I'm the same way. I love the sunrise. I think it's better than sunset.
I agree.
Yeah. That guy's been here every day since I've been walking around here photographing the sunrise on a tripod. Pretty cool spot. I mean, I think that guy has one more day, like you said. Maybe he's a tourist. I don't know. You know, it's just funny. It's like I'll make that same photo that like a tourist will make, or that like I don't know. I really do think that there's something in this like mindset of photographing loosely and freely and not really constraining yourself to what makes or breaks a good photo, what's cliche, what's not cliche. You know, I think there is something there. And so yeah, this is a beautiful sculpture. Check this out. These warriors on horseback. You know, maybe the warrior spirit is something we can, you know, champion as photographers, right? Look at Rocky here, this warrior. You know, we are the warriors of light, wielding light, painting with light. You know, we are the warriors of light. Welcome to Philly, the city of brotherly love. And yeah, this is actually the spot where everyone comes to make like photos. All the tourists line up here and they make photos outside of this sculpture of Rocky. You know, when you stand in front of a sculpture, it's larger than life. A sculpture is typically depicted larger than a human, a physical person, right? So when you come in front of this sculpture here of Rocky and you look up at his posture, his physique, his muscles, his gesture with his arms raised high, you know, this inspires you to seek something more in life, right? There's something about a sculpture and the way that it uplifts your spirit, the way that it uplifts your soul, the way that it makes you feel, right? There is something in sculpture, you know, when you look out at a hero, whether real or not, right? Like this hero here, Rocky Balboa, it's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done, right? And this is merely a myth, a legend, right? Rocky was never a real boxer, a real person. He's a character from a movie, but I believe maybe we too can achieve this legendary status similar to Rocky, you know, similar to Washington, you know, a real hero sitting on top of the horseback, you know, looking out towards City Hall. You know, being the first president, being a revolutionary, you know, a hero. Yeah, I really do become stronger when I look at a sculpture. It kind of fires me up. Like I look at this sculpture and I'm just ready. I'm like, let's go. Like, where's my horse? Like, let's start the day, you know? And I go into this reflection and I make a photo, and maybe it's stupid, but maybe it's not, you know. I really don't care at this point with my photography. It's not about how great of a photo I can make, but how many photos that I can make and keep remaining curious, right? Where it's all about staying curious, looking at this world like a canvas, and just using what you got with the time that you got outside here in this beautiful rock we call Earth. You know, the goal should be to elevate the human experience to new heights, similarly to the way that a sculpture achieves this sort of feeling here. And so yeah, just some thoughts throughout the day, the morning walk. Let's go get the day started on a good note. Yeah, I really enjoy these spaces. Wow. You really gotta wake up early and try to come out here and just photograph the like, look at the clouds. Man, I just love photographing everything. I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.